Hey, what's up everybody? This video is going to be about arrays. And just wanted to throw this out there that this video was sponsored by Caleb Curry, who produced the one and only C programming crash course, which you guys can find in the description. So check that out if you want your brain to explode with info. In a good way, of course. It'll definitely be helpful if you need a review or you just want to learn all this material without watching a 100-part series. Now, for those of you who want to watch these videos, we're going to be talking about arrays in this video. So what is an array? An array is essentially a collection of data stored within one variable. So we can store multiple things in one variable. Now, they're all going to be of the same data type. So for example, we can have a collection of integers. We can have a collection of characters. But just the thought is crazy. We can store multiple pieces of data in one variable. It's awesome. All right, so look at it like this. If you had to visualize an array, it's gonna look like this. Yeah, not really. It's gonna look like this. And each one of these boxes is going to have something. So let's say this is called my grades. And yeah, so as you can see, my grades are drowning because they're all below sea level. This allows us to store multiple grades inside of one thing. So this is my grades. And my grades in this situation is an integer array. And the way you would define this is like this. Int my grades, and then you're going to use square brackets. Now this is another thing that is kind of annoying, and it's not C's fault, it's probably the other programming language's fault. So when you're working with other programming languages like C# or Java, the array symbol typically goes with the data type. So you can clearly see, hey, this is an integer array. It doesn't work that way in C when you declare a variable of type array. You put the array symbols, the square brackets, with the variable name. Not that one is necessarily better than the other. Personally, I think the array symbols going with the data type is a little clearer, but other people might think differently because they might see the variable name and know immediately, hey, it's an array because of the square brackets. So, personal preference, doesn't really matter. All you guys need to know is that if you're in school and you're learning like Java or something, this is slightly different, and the only real difference is you just got to move these these square brackets right after the int. Simple as that. So now that I'm done with that little chat, let's talk about how this works. So within these square brackets, you need to declare a size. So an array is statically sized. So what that means is that the size cannot change. You say what size it is, and that size is known at compile time. So when you compile your software, your array only has that many elements. You can't add any more without going into like dynamic memory or using something like a linked list, which we will be getting into not today. So statically sized, we're only given this much size in memory, and you have to use that, no more. And if you go past the end of the array, like if you try to reference this one right here, you can cause some serious issues in your code and likely crash your program. So statically sized, you're limited to the number of elements, and you say how many elements by putting that right here. So in this situation, we would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you would use a semicolon there. And then to assign these values, you can do this. You can say my grades, and then use, you can reference, by the way, these are all known as the members of the array. And each one is known as either an element of the array or a member of the array. So if you wanted to grab the first member or the first element, you would use a 0 because these are 0 based. Arrays are always 0 based, meaning the first element has the index 0. So my grades 0 you can set that equal to 15. That is how you would assign that value. And you can do the same thing for 1, 2, 3, and 4. You don't want to use mygrades 5 because that's going to be reaching this area right here, which is not memory allocated to this array. Bad, don't do. Okay, so you can do it that way. There is actually another way, a shorthand way of assigning these, and that is, ignore this for a second. If you just get rid of this number here, you can make an equal sign and just put the values right here. So you can say 15, 24, 60, 32, and 15. That is the shorthand way. It's much easier, and I think it's a lot easier to read as well, but you can still always go and reference the values or change them using these brackets. So hopefully that helps you understand the concept of an array and how it works. Just the main thing, I can't say it enough, is that it's statically sized and you don't want to go outside the bounds of the array, which is very easy to do when you're using arrays inside of for loops and you're referencing elements using an I variable.